Hello investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a 1-year daily candle chart of the Russell 2000 index, ticker symbol RUT. And as I do each and every week, I've left my lines on the chart from last week's report so you can see just how accurate candle charting is when used as a forecasting tool. Last week I drew a diagonal line in this downward direction right there, with the end of the line being my price target, and I said that we would most likely move lower in the general markets, and I said that the Russell 2000 being a broader based index would have an influence on the rest of the markets as a whole. And as you can see, on Wednesday we came within pennies of that target, and then we rallied and bounced right off of that. So what does that mean for next week? Well, interestingly enough, and I pointed this out to you last week as well, we're seeing successively lower highs up here at the top. So there is a chance that we will start to move up just a little bit and test this area of resistance before coming back. But I think that we're going to see lower markets overall because of the added volatility, and I'm going to get to that when we look at the volatility index, ticker symbol VIX. So right now the forecast for the Russell 2000 is going to be slightly bullish early in the week, but we're most likely going to see lower prices by next Friday. So it's a Russell 2000. Now if we look at the S&P, this is the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol SPY. The same scenario. I drew my lines on the chart, and you can see that this is a 2-week forecast that I put out. This was from the week before. I said we would go up, fill the gap, pull back. We did exactly that. The end of the line being my target, and again on Wednesday we came right to that target and then bounce. So we see that there is a drop in volume down here for the S&P 500, and so I think that we're going to maybe again, like the Russell, go up just a little bit before pulling back. And I think that's where we're going to wind up. Right at the end of that line is going to be my target. So I'll leave that in place for you so we can analyze that next Friday. Looking at the VIX. Now I'm hopping to the VIX because the VIX and the S&P are inversely related. And I said that we would most likely bounce in the VIX, and we did just that. We didn't quite reach these highs, but I think that the VIX is set to rally once again, and I'm going to draw this line pretty parallel to what we had back here. And the reason I think the VIX is going to start to bounce pretty early on next week is because we're right at a key support level right here. And the VIX has a tendency to follow the technical indicators, especially when it comes to support and resistance. And I think we're going to see that bounce, which again could lead to lower prices in the S&P. Now, if we look at the Qs, QQQ, that's the power shares, very interesting turn of events here today because the Qs gapped up on strong news from Amazon, Baidu, right across the board. A lot of the internet stocks rallied up, but then towards the end of the day we started to pull back. Now let me zoom in here so you can see. I said we would most likely go lower in the Qs. I said that last week. Look at that. Wednesday, Thursday hit my target perfectly. We gapped. Now this gap down here is going to be a magnet for us. So I think that the Qs are going to start to go lower next week in an effort to fill that gap, and then we'll have to see whether or not that gap holds as support. So that's for the Qs. Now finally, the diamonds, ticker symbol DIA. This is mainly 30 stocks that drive the economy, but I said we would go lower, and there you go, 100% accurate. Right down, we hit the targets Wednesday and Thursday and then bounced again. The reason I think that the diamonds are going to go lower next week is because the volume is dropping. Right here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all volume days are going lower, and that is a sign of weakness when prices start moving up. So I think that the diamonds are going to go lower, And then that is my forecast for this week. Stay tuned to themarketguys.com. We have lots of educational videos I think you're going to enjoy. They're free to the public. That's our gift to you, and hopefully you'll get some benefit from that. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. So long.
This video segment is a small part of what the Market Guys offer through their educational products and services. If you are interested in any of our Trade Alert services, or you would like more information about our one-on-one mentoring program, simply contact us at info@themarketguys.com.